Hey everyone, stick with Us versus Herd. If it's your first time here, like the content, hit subscribe. If you want to get notifications for when we post videos, tap the bell. And if you haven't yet joined the Options Trading Live channel, I go live Monday through Friday, 30 minutes before market close. Link is below in the description, along with links to our Discord and our Options Trading group on Facebook if you want to join our community, the UVH fam. If you're here right now, say what up. And if you made money today, comment got paid. If you lost money today, comment learned a lesson. Another wild day in the markets. I mean, this is just, we halted today. I mean, I don't know. I don't think, I don't even know where to start, honestly. I mean, this has just been the craziest thing to trade this many halts in this amount of time. And as you can see here, look at the S&Ps. The S&Ps just moved 150 points just tonight since 5 o'clock. It's now 10 o'clock at night. S&Ps are down 97. Dow's down 767. Nasdaq down 235. I mean, this is just insane. And that run up into close. I mean, so far every run up into close, like if you have a strong run up into close like that, if you're looking at SPY or Apple, I mean, it's met with a sell-off. We did have some after hours buying here. This extreme buying up in here, this rip up here, and then it ripped up some more. It's just crazy. Right now, I'm going to cover some things on what I'm looking at for tomorrow, kind of show you what kind of trades I did today, and kind of give you a mixture of both. If you could do me the favor, if you enjoy this content and if you think that it's valuable in any way, hit the like button. I definitely would appreciate it. But today I was up around $1,700 or so. They actually took off this is tonight. I actually made another $100 tonight on the mini S&P futures, MES /MES. I traded some of those. I traded some of those contracts. As you can see, I did sell them like an idiot. I bought at 344, right at close, so 251. So in power hour, within 15 minutes on that rip there, I made $210. But then I gave back 130. I bought at 23.99, sold at 23.75. Then I reloaded at 23.91, and I sold at 24.39, so I'm net 100. So I lost 100, made about 200 on this run up, so I'm net about 106 on that bad boy. And right now I did make some money on Apple today. I actually closed down realized profit. I was actually down $50 on that, and then I made the 786 from SPY. So it was pretty crazy. I was trading a couple contracts in there, and then the Apple I had some wins, I had some losses, but overall it was a plus $1,500 day, which is great. I definitely would enjoy making money while the market is going up right now, instead of just to the downside pretty much every time. I did buy a Costco, so for those that haven't been watching, I'm exclusively trading SPY, Apple, and ES futures right now, mainly just because of liquidity problems, and just want to make sure the trades that I'm going to be in are liquid. However, I did break that rule. Probably going to get screwed at this point based on what the future is looking at. But I bought the 300 call on Costco. I bought it for $8.75 at close. It was going for anywhere between $10 and $14. And now the reason why I don't like trading these, because look at these spreads on this. So this is the reason why I stick to Apple, SPY, and ES, is because of the spreads are $10 bid, $14 ask. I paid $8.75, so I'm up a couple $100 minimum on it. But you just want to be careful. I mean, $5 wide spreads, volume is not good. So in this market, these are not easy to trade. So if you don't know what you're doing, do not go and trade Costco. I say that in the nicest way possible. I don't want you to be losing money. I don't want you to get screwed here. I got a fair price for it. I use a limit order. Also, speaking about limit orders, I noticed that there's a lot of people in our community trying to use, if they're not getting filled, they use market orders. Whatever you do not use a market order. You're telling the market to give you whatever price you think is best for them, and I tell you right now, it is not in your best interest. So right now I'm looking at, I have the Costco 300 call. The reason why I bought that today, for looking at Costco here, and S&Ps are still dipping now, it's under 23. S&Ps went above 2400 to 2450 and dip down. I did some scalping in here. We made a couple hundred, but geez, this is nuts. Question is it going to break this area or is it a buy the dip? We'll see. Maybe we'll execute a trade, but I'm not liking that price action for being long right now. So I bought my Costco call at 247. So market was closed about 13 minutes before market close. So right on this candle here when it was dipping down into 299 300. So I bought it because it was really holding this. If it was going to take out 298 295, I was going to close it out at 295 if it dipped down. I was going to hold it overnight and worry about it. But because it was holding this area, this 300 area, that's why I bought the 300 call, and it ripped up into close, and that's why I'm up. It currently says I'm up, around $300. So, worst case scenario, we drop down a little bit. I have that profit right now that I can play with in terms of, if it goes back to break even, nice try. We'll try again. Probably I should have taken profits on it, but at this point, it's too late, for Costco. Costco had a huge rip today, though, from 297, so I thought maybe it was going to kind of follow this pattern, or it was going to go to 297, 299, back up to like 315 area, and it popped up. It closed at 307.50. It did hit, I think it did hit, yeah, it did hit 308, and then it kind of popped down. So it closed at 307.50. After hours, it was trading at 311.95, but, I don't know what it's going to be, Right now, I wouldn't suggest, and this is not investment advice in it by any means, but, I don't think going short, if I'm going to go long anything, it's probably going to be the retailers that are going to stay open, which is Amazon, Walmart, Target, Kroger, and Costco. Like those types of stocks, I'm not willing to short. So if I'm going to go long overnight, I think to lower my risk, it's going to be on something like Costco, Walmart, Amazon. If I was feeling like going a little bit long, but I didn't want to buy SPY calls, I didn't want to go like that. Also, I was trading the mini S&Ps long as well, futures. But the reason why I was trading that is because I can close them out after hours. If I'm trading that mini S&Ps futures, just buying the futures contracts outright for June expiration, I can just hold those if they go against me, and there's really short term, really not going to be a problem. I think it's going to be above 2,400. In this case, I did, and I can also take profit anytime. Right now, like Costco, I can't take profit after hours, but the S&P futures I can. So that's why I made that money. Now, if I wasn't able to, and it popped up and came down here, now I'd be losing money, obviously. So thankfully for that. I'm also starting to look at gold a little bit right now. Gold down. It is interesting to me right down in this area if we're looking at gold here, right around the 1450, 1464 area. So I'm looking at that, or if you're looking at let's say GLD, I'm looking down at 136, 135 area. So I'm trying to see if I want to start buying some calls out in the, pull this up here, because I do like this area of support here if I want to start buying some calls in May or June. Not April. I want to give myself at least 60 to 90 days. So I'm looking at May or June expiration. Also for SLV, I might start kind of tasting a little bit, not taking huge bites. I mean, silver might be popping up a little bit as well. So I'm going to be starting to look at some trades in there for potentially probably May, June, or July. And right now, if I get the July 12 calls, I have 121 days. They're only going to cost me like $1.50. Not bad. I mean, IV out here is only 73% compared to now. For these weeklies are up to 155, 120. So I'm going to try to go for the lower IV, but it did take quite a hit. So we'll see. Maybe I'll play with a little bit of silver tomorrow. So we'll see how that goes. But man, they're really selling these right here. It's going to be really interesting to me to see if it's going to break down here like 2260, 2270. Man, they're just clobbering them. So if you made it this far and you obviously like it, hit the like button. Thank you so much. Now, going into tomorrow is going to be interesting. We're going to have the weekly jobless claims. I was getting some reports yesterday today, that some of the unemployment sites were crashing for the state. So this is going to be interesting. Philly Fed manufacturing index and leading economic indicators. So tomorrow is report heavy. Tomorrow morning's report heavy. They're probably going to be terrible. I mean, just that's probably why the futures are reacting the way they are. Right now, any news coming out is not going to be good news. I mean, it's just not. So, also, what happened tonight was Trump signed the coronavirus relief plan, for emergencies and unemployed. So it's a coronavirus aid package, provisions for emergency paid leave for workers, as well as free testing. It's only $100 billion. Not sure what it means, but that's what that's what it is right now. Congress is working on the massive stimulus plan package to pass to avoid economic calamity from the outbreak, which is they're going to send each American $1,000 check, and I mean it's just crazy. I mean, what do you guys think? Comment below. I mean, the government, is this American, anti-American? I mean, I'm kind of having a hard time with it that the government is looking to support me financially. I'm personally having a hard time with it. As a entrepreneur, as a businessman, as a options trader, whatever you want to call it, whatever I do. Free enterprise. I'm just having a hard time with it, honestly. I mean, let me know what you guys think, or hit me up on Discord or Twitter, or whatever. All my social links are below. I respond to everybody. If you comment below, I reach out. I reply to every single comment. So I appreciate everyone that watches this. So thank you so much. I'm having a hard time with the government wanting to pay me to live. Like, what are they, not to get political, but what are they going to get out of it other than kind of not go into depression? Like, what am I going to owe them? That's, I'm sure it's not free. It's going to cost something. Anyways, if you haven't seen this interview, this is one of the I think one of the most genuine interviews I've seen on CNBC. If you don't know who Bill Ackman is, look him up. He was huge with the VRX Valiant days. He was going long VRX when VRX was plummeting and blah, blah, blah. And he was long Chipotle. He had a terrible track record. He was long Chipotle, then everything got sick and the stock dropped. But, he's been around. He's been in the game a long time. He says some really interesting things. It's 28 minutes long. I'm not pushing the CNBC agenda, but the reason why I say it is there's the CNBC anchor. Bill Ackman was on tears on the phone. The CNBC anchor, you could see the tears welling up. I mean, what's going on now? Everybody is feeling, from the CNBC anchors to people that are billionaires to people that are multimillionaires to everyone in between. They can foresee, and this is what we've been talking about, that we're in deep, 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 deep trouble here. So if you have the time, take a look at it. Let me know what you think. I'm going to try to shorten tonight's video a little bit because I've been ranting a little bit too much. But let me know what you think. If you watch this video to the end, comment, watch to the end. If you like the video, hit the like button. As always, stay safe, stay green. It's us versus herd.